What's going on YouTube? This is my first video on Turo and my experience as a new host so far in my 3 weeks of being on Turo. So basically I listed my car about 3 weeks ago and I gained traction pretty quickly. I couldn't be happier about that. I didn't want to list my car too cheap and rent it out all the time. I just wanted to do it once in a while when the car was sitting and not being used, because I do work weekends all the time, especially at this time of the year. So having a convertible, having a sports car, having it available on weekends, I mean, that's the most popular time to rent a car. It made sense to kind of give it a try. So my first trip that was booked was a 4-day rental, and I couldn't be happier about it, how everything went. The car came back the same condition that it left, full tank of gas. The guy went over the mileage and I got reimbursed for it right away. So it was kind of cool to experience that as a first time renter, because obviously I was pretty nervous that whole weekend because I didn't have a GPS on the car either. So that was a mistake. But everything went well, so I was super happy about it. And then fast forward to today, my only second trip, because my last 2 trips I had to cancel because I couldn't meet the guys at the time they wanted to pick up the car. So we canceled it and it was fine. But today I got my car back from the second trip, and unfortunately it came with damage. So the damage is not major, it's just minor damage to the front bumper, but the front bumper will have to be replaced. So I want to document the whole journey of how it's going to work with Turo and see how things go. If you've had any claims with Turo as a renter, as a host, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear your stories about it as well. So basically, the car came and the guy, told me right away there was damage to it. So he was very proactive about it. He said he loved the car, this and that, and then he showed me the damage. And as far as me being a host and what he did as far as presenting me with the damage, he did everything right. He was very open about it. He didn't try to refuse it and this and that. So I was happy with that. He said whatever I need, he's got me. So we'll see how that goes. I asked him what kind of insurance he took for the car, and he said he had the standard protection, which means there's a deductible on there. I have, as a host, full coverage, so the premium coverage, so I don't have any deductibles that I have to pay out of pocket, which is pretty cool. So hopefully that gets resolved pretty quickly. I'm not sure how it's going to work on their end. I'm hoping that once everything gets appraised, Turo will send me money and then worry about getting money from the renter separately. I don't have to wait for his money to come in for them to pay me out, but we'll see how that goes. Basically, I filed the claim as soon as the car came back, and I got in touch with Turo, and they said that I have someone assigned to me already, and that they're working on their appraisal based on the pictures that I uploaded. So the pictures are kind of hard to see what the damage really is like, but I tried to do my best, and I actually went to the body shop already today to make sure that I will require a new bumper and what the approximate cost is. So when I get the appraisal from Turo, I want to make sure that I'm within the same range. So another thing is I do have Ceramic Pro on the front of the car, so the front bumper will have to be redone. So I hope that I could add that to the appraisal as well, because that is not cheap. And I want the car to be protected from rock chips and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll cover that as well. But the biggest thing is I do track the car, like I take it to a racetrack. So now if I get a new bumper painted, you actually have to wait about 4 weeks for to put any ceramic coating on it, like XPEL or Ceramic Pro or any of those clear bra films. The paint has to fully cure, so it takes about 3 to 4 weeks is what I read, and that's what the body shop told me as well. So now what I will have to do, since the last track day is end of October, I will have to get the new bumper, bring the car to the body shop, have them paint match it, paint it, then bring the bumper to my storage unit, keep it in there at my house, and keep it in there for about 4 weeks. And once the track season is over, then I could go back to the body shop and they could put on the bumper, and I could take it straight to the place to get the Ceramic Pro back on the front bumper. And I think that's the steps I'm going to take, because the front damage is really not that bad where I could actually drive it and I'll be okay with it. From distance, you can't even tell it's damaged, so I'll be okay with it. I think, it's better than getting it repaired, and then taking it to the track and then getting damaged from the rock chips and all the debris from the track. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. Today is Tuesday, September 17th, and I got the car back around 10 a.m. and I put the claim in at 11 a.m. So right away, basically. So we'll see how long it takes. They said about up to 2 business days for them to get back to me with their appraisal. So we'll see what else they need. I'll let you guys know what else they asked me. They said they're going to reach out to the renter as well. So we'll see what he tells them, and we'll go from there. So again, if you guys have any experience with Turo claims, just let me know in the comments below, whether you were a host or if you rented from someone and you got into an accident, like what was the steps and how did everything go. All right, guys, stay tuned for part 2.